about Caitlin is that she never was bigger than the program. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, it wasn't like she wasn't trying to take over. It wasn't, I don't know how to explain that. You know what I'm trying to say though?
Yeah, no, I know what you're trying to say. It's like she knows who she is. She comes in. She's going to obviously do her part because that's what being a professional athlete is. But
Kelsey Mitchell just went off, and not in the way people expected. During her sit-down with Sue Bird, she dropped some pretty honest thoughts about her partnership with Caitlin Clark. And let's just say, she didn't sugarcoat a thing. But here's what's wild. The internet twisted it in every possible direction. Do you think Kelsey and Caitlin actually fit well together on the court? Or are they just surviving under bad coaching? So, here's the thing. Everyone's been talking about chemistry and fit, but nobody wants to admit the obvious. Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark have been the best backcourt in the WNBA for 2 seasons straight. That's not even up for debate.
with the understanding of fitting into a team, making sure we fit, making sure we have chemistry. So it's never bigger than like the group
it's like
itself.
She wasn't trying to be bigger than everybody. Like within our locker room, she wasn't trying to be bigger than anyone else. And I think the way that her style of play, it ended up complimenting me, ended up complimenting AB. And so like...
Yes, sure. People try to bring up combos like Courtney Williams and Kayla McBride, but come on, they're not in the same league. Caitlin and Kelsey don't just play off each other. They run the floor like they own it. When they're clicking, defenses look lost. But apparently, being the best still isn't enough for some people. Because every time something goes wrong, someone has to make it personal. Suddenly, it's not about the system, not about coaching. It's Kelsey doesn't like Caitlin, or Caitlin's taking all the shine. It's lazy, it's messy, and it's completely missing the point.
We all have our different styles of way of playing it, but the passion for it with Caitlin, when she didn't play compared to when she did play, remained the same. And like, I respected that about her because it could have easily not been that way. You know, you have people that come in and not want to do or buy in once it's not, you know, or once it don't go their way, or once unfortunate things happen and you can't play and injury happens and you're not getting your body the way you want to. And so I can respect the fact that she kept the program, and she didn't let her passion for it waver because she ended up pouring in more than she thought. And it was dope because she could have easily not been that person.
Kelsey made it clear in this new interview. There's no drama between them. None did I, in fact. She literally praised Caitlin for how she handled her fame, saying she never tried to act bigger than the program. That's a huge statement, especially from someone as competitive as Kelsey. And here's the part that people skipped right over. She said she talked to the Fever organization about how they failed to prepare for Caitlin Clark's arrival. Think about that. They had 5 months to plan for the biggest college star in years, and somehow still acted surprised when she showed up. That's not a player problem. That's a management disaster. Kelsey basically said the team wasn't ready, on or off the floor. Not the locker room, not the coaching staff, not even the front office. Everything was chaos from day one. That's not her throwing shade. That's her telling the truth. But you know how people online are. The second a player speaks honestly, it turns into beef.
Yeah, I would build on what I was saying and add, from what I'm hearing from you, is like, she was like that way in the locker room too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it was like she wasn't trying to, like, you know, you could easily be a certain way, and her thing was just like giving her best. Like she gave us like her best when she was in the locker room.
She could say, Caitlin is a great teammate, and someone on Twitter would twist it into, she said she's just a teammate, not a friend. That's the kind of nonsense that fuels these fake rivalries. But the way Kelsey handled herself here, respect. She gave Caitlin credit for being grounded, professional, and actually buying into the team, even when the system made no sense. Because, let's be honest, that system doesn't make sense. Steph White, the head coach, keeps forcing Kelsey to play like a primary ball handler, and that's just not her game. She's a scorer. Always has been. On the ball, off the ball, transition, ISO, spot up. She can fill it up from anywhere, but she's not the one who should be running the offense. That's Caitlin's job. Period. Caitlin is a pure floor general. She makes everyone around her better when the ball runs through her. But Steph White keeps trying to split that role like she's experimenting on a science project. And then people wonder why the Fever offense looks broken half the time. That's why Kelsey's comments hit harder than people realize. She wasn't complaining. She was pointing out a coaching flaw that everyone can see, but no one wants to say out loud. She literally said the whole organization needed to adjust. On the floor, off the floor, in the training room, everywhere. That's her way of saying this mess isn't on the players, it's on the people in charge. And honestly, she's right.
Yeah, the time I've spent with Caitlin, like, she definitely has like, oh, you're like my little sister.
Yes.
because she likes to talk about
She plays a
basketball
lot.
and kind of troll a little bit.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
exactly.
You talking about a kid in the candy store? That's Caitlin.
Yep.
Tutu, she is, but in a good way. She's a live light. And she
Let's be real for a second. Caitlin Clark didn't get a fair rookie season. She was injured for most of it, and when she was playing, she was surrounded by chaos. The rotations were off, the offense was inconsistent, and the media was treating every missed shot like breaking news. Yet somehow, she still produced, and Kelsey, she kept grinding. No excuses. She showed up, carried the offense when needed, and played through it all. SO when she said Caitlin was never bigger than the program. That's actually one of the highest compliments she could have given, because it means Clark never let fame ruin her locker room energy. She didn't isolate herself. She didn't make it about her. And you can tell that's genuine respect, not PR talk. Sue Bird even noticed how calm and real Kelsey was about it. She said it best. Kelsey wasn't even asked about Caitlin Clark, but she brought her up anyway in a positive way. That's not shade. That's loyalty. Now, of course, people love to act like the Fever's fit is doomed. That's where the sarcasm comes in, because apparently, fans on the internet know better than the players themselves. The funniest part? These two actually like each other. They've said it repeatedly, but people who don't understand ball keep trying to create fake drama. Here's the truth. Kelsey and Caitlin can fit together. They've already shown it. But they need the right system, and right now, that's not Steph White's system. When the two actually coached themselves late last season, when they stopped listening to Christie's sides, they went on that 10-game stretch where everything clicked. They were moving, spacing, reading each other. It worked. That wasn't luck. That was what happens when you let smart players run their own show. The problem now is that Kelsey's role keeps switching. One game, she's the lead scorer. Next, she's deferring. Then suddenly, she's running plays. You can't expect chemistry when the system changes every quarter. Kelsey's not the problem. Caitlin's not the problem. The system is, and Kelsey's smart enough to know that. That's why she said it so carefully. She didn't call anyone out by name, but everyone knew who she was talking about. It's not Caitlin. It's not the locker room. It's the coaching staff and the front office that didn't build around them properly, but Kelsey's too professional to turn it into a circus.